unleash the power of storytelling. Storytelling is the most powerful way to put your ideas into the world. Storytelling has been the most successful format of communication throughout the history of humanity. Hello, everyone. I'm going to unfold the science of storytelling to you today. Stories help us to connect with the audience. The audience resonate with us with the same wavelength when we tell the stories. This is because storytelling releases the angel's cocktail into the brain of the audience. These are the hormones or enzymes that are secreted into the brain and are called as angel's cocktail. These are dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphin. The type of the hormone depends upon the genre of the story. I am going to illustrate this through 3 stories with different genre. Let me take you to my first story of the day. Sri Padmanabh Swami Temple in Kerala, the richest temple in the world, having treasures in terms of gold, jewels, and statues worth 90,000 crore Indian rupees, but surrounded by mysteries and secrets. Many of you would know that there are 6 secret chambers that have been opened so far, and the 7th one, Vault B as they call it, is yet to be opened. But people have belief that this chamber has been guarded by snake gods, and opening of this door will unleash curses of misfortune and devastation. Today, I am going to share some of the secrets of this 7th door and talk about the wealth, treasures behind this 7th door. But before that, let me take a pause and ask you, are you finding this story, anecdote interesting? Are you curious to know what happens next? Okay, if it is so, then that is because of the dopamine. The story has created enzyme called as dopamine in your brain, and you are paying your focus and attention towards the story. You feel engaged. The next story is about Zareen Khan of Mumra, who recently topped the country in the Chartered Accountancy Intermediate Examination. She comes from very poor family, and I happened to see one of the interviews of her mother on a TV channel. Her mother said, "My daughter has taken a lot of efforts. She studied at night because there was a lot of noise during the day as our house is very close to the highway. She studied with empty stomach without having proper food. Because of our poverty, we could not afford 2 meals a day." The mother started crying. The tears of joy, satisfaction, and pride started flowing through her eyes. The reporter started crying. My own eyes became moist. I could sense that the entire audience must be crying. Sounds interesting. Are you curious and feel connected? If it is so, then that is because the story has created an enzyme called as oxytocin in your body. It creates generosity, trust, bonding, empathy, and feeling of being humane. Now, let me take you to my last story of the day. It goes like this. Three gentlemen from China, Nigeria, and India were worshipping and evoking the god through continuous meditation. Because of their efforts, the god becomes pleased and appears before these three gentlemen. And God blesses them with one boon each. The Nigerian goes first. He says, "Oh God, I am fed up of my dark complexion. Please make me fair." God says, "Amen." And he becomes fair and lovely. Then goes the Chinese. Chinese says, "Oh God, please make my eyes wide and broad." God says, "Let it be." And the next moment, his eyes become wide and beautiful. Finally, the turn of Indian says, "Oh God, make these two gentlemen as they were before." Make these two gentlemen as they were before. God says, "Amen." And few, these two gentlemen becomes as they were before. Nigerian turns dark in complexion. Eyes of the Chinese become small as they were before. Since then, the complexion of Nigerian has been dark and the Chinese eyes have been small. Sounds interesting? Are you curious and feel connected? If yes, then that is because this story, this anecdote, this humorous anecdote has created an enzyme called as endorphin in your body. This enzyme makes you humorous and relaxed, engaged and connected. The power of storytelling has been profound and prolific. They help you to connect with the audience. Audience resonate with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, carry your stories with you and use them to connect with the audience before you drive your main agenda. Thank you